Well, I've worn glasses for about 3 years. I'd never worn them before, got to 50, started to wear reading glasses, then needed prescription glasses and was all over the place with them. I lost them, I broke them, they were dirty and they were expensive. I was into varifocals and I saw an advert for refractive lens exchange and I went to see Mr. Sharma. I had no idea about it, and at that stage I was scared stiff about having any surgery on my eyes. He chatted me through it and said that I would be suitable for it, so I went away. First of all, I researched him because I felt rule number one was whoever touched my eyes, they need to be a real expert in the field. And then I looked at his CV, his experience, where he was working, where he had worked, and it was quite clear he was an expert. And went back to see him again, and what really struck me and still continues to strike me when I see him is that he's a genuinely nice guy. And now you might think that's just an added extra, but to me, if someone's going to operate on my eyes, not only do they need to be technically magnificent, but the environment that they set is really important. So not only him, but also his staff and the way he manages them made an environment that made me really comfortable. I could ask him any questions I wanted, and actually it wasn't scary at all. I came up here to the clinic in London and was greeted, and I was examined and had the anaesthetic put in my eyes by one of the nurses, and then I was shown into the theatre where I was greeted by Mr. Sharma, although he'd come to see me before I went in there anyway and just chatted me through it, and I had both eyes done at the same time. And what impressed me was, one, the professionalism of the staff, which again you'd expect that, but also the informality and the comfort with which they dealt with me. And both eyes, I was probably in there 45 minutes, and half of that time was de-rigging and re-preparing the theatre for the second eye. And they arranged a car for me to go home, and from the minute that I strode out of this building, I've never worn a pair of glasses since, and my eyes are better than 2020. So it doesn't really get much better than that, does it? I'd recommend the London Ophthalmology Centre for a number of reasons. The primary reason that I would recommend it is because of the technical expertise of Vic Sharma, because that is a no-brainer and it has to be there. But bolted onto that to make it a 10 out of 10 experience are the staff, the physical conditions, the access, the ease of communication and the follow-up to the treatment, all of which is also really important. And I can almost say I enjoyed it. It's not something that you want to go through every day, but the results are fantastic and the experience was absolutely great.